You can hold it.
And we are live from Peoria here with my buddy Westwood and the crew. Will swing it around and show everybody right after this. We'll be right back. Come on, man. We're back. All right. We're back here at Peoria Pizza Works in Peoria Heights, Illinois. And some of our friends are here with us. We'll be bringing them up. I forgot the light, so we're a little light challenged here, but that's okay. Made it up the other day. We've got a camper. We're camping out at the farm at Westwood. It's pretty fun.
Well, that's a new experience.
New experience camping out at the farm. We've got people working on projects at the farm. We brought the puppies, brought my little boy. Pretty fun. Having like a whole like family fun at the farm experience.
So Westwood
2023.
2023. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
That's the year. That's it.
I know last year we spent our anniversary here at Westwood.
It's still on the chalkboard.
It is. It is. Yeah. We're making memories at Westwoods. Once again, making lots of memories. Thanks to everybody in the chat. We wish you guys were here. We've got a bunch of friends here. We have Moto King here. We've got Crypto Greek. We've got Mosty here. Polly's here. My hubby's here. Mitchie's here. We've got St. Jerome here. We have all of our, well, I don't want to say everybody's name because I'll get in trouble probably for saying everybody's name, right? Will I say everybody's name?
I don't know. Is there somebody that's here that isn't supposed to be here? Maybe
Silvertooth's here. Polly's here.
Silvertooth, Sir
Mike's
Hex-a-Lot,
waiting.
baby, in the
Background.
house.
J-Max here.
Yes.
Dave's here. Howie's here.
Yep.
Clash Daddy's here.
We've got some family over
Some
here.
family. We'll say families
Westwood
here.
fam
We have
over
some other
here.
family here. Yes. Okay. All right. Let me make sure that I say hi to everybody. Okay. Nana's here.
Chat looks good.
Chat's
Everybody can
here.
hear.
Tom's here.
We never know when it's live if everything's working right. But hit a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up in the chat if
seems like
everything
it's
sounds good.
working in
Everything
the
looks,
chat, too.
anything we can do, fix things.
Going well. Going well.
Look good.
I think we're good.
All right.
We're good and live.
Let's get this show on the road, baby.
There's 17.
Litecoin Lisa, what you drinking, baby?
I'm having little Tito's and soda and Sprite.
And I'm
and
out.
a lime.
I'm out. I got lime, but I
Uh-oh.
got no gin and tonic.
Well, maybe we can have a friend bring us a drink.
Yeah. It's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. So your trip, you had a good trip?
We had a great trip.
Yeah.
We drugged the dogs. It was our first trip, 10 hours. So I have a good friend that's a vet. It's always good to have a vet friend nowadays.
Yeah.
There's some very good
They
medications
get a lot done.
that are legal for dogs that
There's
aren't
like-
legal for humans.
Can you get like that fish mock stuff from the vet?
I heard
Yeah.
that there's stuff that's really good for
the
fish.
fish tanks.
Mhm. And dogs.
Yeah.
So we got some drugs for dogs, and they slept all the way up here. That worked out well.
That's crazy. They didn't. Charlie said they didn't even go once.
Yeah,
didn't even go once,
they
did they?
slept. They did not go potty. They slept. And
That's unreal.
It was
As young as
pretty
they are.
incredible. Yeah, it was very helpful. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through the chat to make sure that we get everybody.
Just shout everybody out. Thanks for being here, everybody.
Yes.
Appreciate your time,
Thank
your
you guys
energy,
for
everybody
coming.
who's here
Yes.
personally, in person. I mean,
Yes.
everybody, in the chat.
We had
I mean,
friends drive 2.5 hours and swap work shifts and make big efforts to be here, and we really appreciate it. And everybody hopefully will get a big hug from Westwood.
yes, if you
Okay.
need a hug, I got them.
Did I get everything? Okay, now.
Howie's back there trying to feed me shots. He's like, "You want a shot?"
Yeah,
You
right
want a
as
shot?
we went
You want a
live,
shot?"
Howie was offering shots for everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, you want to do a quick shot?
I think he waited till we went live.
I know,
though.
right? He's
Yeah.
like, that's what happened in Jersey. Remember the meetup in Jersey?
Mhm.
Somebody brought up some shots or something, and you're like, Oh no,
Mm-mm.
no, because it was tequila,
No.
I think.
And I don't do shots.
Yeah, you're like,
no.
no.
I know a girl has to know her limitations.
Girl's got to know her limitations,
Yes.
and you
Mhm.
know that's why she's got a partner like me. That's
Mhm.
what I talk about. You know, my family, what they'll do. You know, they want a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They don't want to eat it all, and then I end up eating it all. You know, that's why I'm a little bigger.
Mhm.
Same with the shot though. If Lisa
Mhm.
doesn't want it, I'll take the shot. You know, why
Yeah.
waste it? You know,
Mhm.
it's all good.
That's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Nana's saying hi to everybody.
Can I get one more gin and tonic? Thank you.
One more.
Did you hear that? That's my wife. She says one more.
From the peanut gallery.
One more for the first half of the show.
Westwood's wife knows him
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
She knows him well.
What time
everyone.
did I go to bed? I don't even know.
She probably knows that too. She's giving him the eyes
Yeah.
over there.
Well,
Um,
she tolerates a lot. I love her. I appreciate her for
Mhm.
allowing me to do this because,
Yes.
it's
Yes, big props to
I'm
Westwood's wife.
I'm a handful. Let's just say that.
And a half.
Yeah, and a half.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
2 handfuls for sure. Oh, and she bought me this cute sweatshirt.
You should about the
says
hat.
Happy hour. No, I'm left my hat. at
Westwood
home
hat's
'cause I
back
was
at-
worried the hat would
It
end
might
up.
disappear.
Yes, I was
Westwood
worried the
might get it
hat
back.
would end up in the raffle. So I kept my hat at home, my Westwood hat that she gave me last year at home.
Yep.
Because that's mine. Super fun. So, what's happening in the world? They're trying to impeach Joe Biden. Poor Joey.
Didn't it pass in the
It
House?
passed in the
it passed the
House.
House, so that means it goes to the Senate.
Well, no.
No?
So this is happening a little different. I saw that it was
So-
going to some special committee or something.
Thank you.
That's what I was trying to find on the,
So it passed the committee, or it passed the? It, didn't,
passed
a
in the
full
House.
floor vote.
and then it
I
went
haven't been
to
paying attention
some.
to anything in the news.
Well, here's even better news. Hold on a sec. Adam Schiff was censured. Woo!
Censured. He got slapped.
Censured.
Not the first time.
So they did-
Standard hotel.
They,
That probably
not
happened a
the
few
first
times.
time because they changed it. The reason it didn't pass the first time is they wanted to charge him the $16 million that he cost the American public for his lies.
Yeah.
And that didn't pass. So then they removed the $16 million fine. Wasn't there a movie, The $16 Million Man?
What?
Wasn't that a TV show?
$6 million man,
Oh,
wasn't it?
$6
Is that what it
million
was? The $6 million man?
Okay.
$5 million, but yeah.
Inflation.
Something like that. Inflation.
Who
I
was it?
don't-
Was it Lee? Who was it? Was it Lee Majors or something? Who-
Lee Majors.
Was it? Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
The fall guy.
Yeah.
The fall guy. We need a fall. Wasn't he the fall guy
I don't know.
with the big truck? The fall guy. Was that Lee Majors?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was.
He like a-
And that wasn't Heather. Was Heather Locklear in that, or the other one I mixed
I
up
don't
with
know,
Heather
I was like
Locklear?
this tall, but that was-
Heather
I
Locklear.
remember the
I
fall
don't know.
guy though. The fall guy,
I
the
do
license
too,
plate.
because he had the jacket.
Yeah.
I had the-
I thought
and I
Fall
thought-
Guy was a different show altogether.
No, the
It is-
fall
it is a
guy.
different show, same actor, I think.
Huh.
Later.
All right.
I think you're cut off then. Okay, so let's see. I'm talking about good news this week. Good news. Shifty Schiff got censured.
Adam Shifty Schiff.
Adam
Shifty
Shifty Schiff
Schiff.
got censured.
Got censored. Censured.
Censured
Censored.
by the House for
Censured.
false allegations on Trump, Russia.
I mean, we've known all this
Collusion.
though. That's the thing. I mean, now finally it's going to
It's
happen. I
happening,
mean,
though.
I know it's happening, but it's like, at what point is it just Howie? We were talking about this. It's just like, oh my god.
Okay, we don't get to be.
We knew the
frustrated
frogs were
about
gay
it.
when they started putting the stuff in the water 20 years ago, and now it's coming out. It's like, at what point did people wake up? Anyway,
They are. We cannot be frustrated about it. Now is the time to be happy, rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. The House of Representatives voted Wednesday to censure Shifty Schiff of California for pushing claims that former president, well, I don't say why they say former, President Donald Trump.
right? What do they say? Former President Bush.
Yeah, they
Former
don't.
President Obama. No.
So that he was pushing claims that President Donald Trump's campaign colluded with Russia, because it didn't. That Durham, we listened to on the drive up here. We listened.
Fill me in on the Durham stuff
Oh,
because I haven't
man,
been
it
paying
was
attention.
epic.
I mean, it's
Yeah, it was really incredible. So if you didn't listen to the whole thing, I mean, I loved it. Listen to it if you can. There was a couple of moments which I think I shared. I know I shared at least
How many tabs can a girl have open?
a lot. I'm busy. I got things to do. I got
Road
things
to
to
hell
share.
is paved with unclosed tabs.
Unclosed. Okay, this was probably the best moment.
I don't think that things can go.
Okay, wait. Hold on, Johnny.
Who does he look like? He looks like somebody.
Oh, I don't know.
It's kind of like Breaking Bad, like the
I don't know. I
sequel in
love
20
John
years.
Durham. I love my husband much more, but John Durham is a badass.
He's a man.
He is the man. So his closing statement was what really brings me hope for America, that we're finally getting close to the end of this nightmare. I think we are at like the near death moment for America. And I think people have had enough. Like, I know a lot of us have been like, we're at the point where we're bored of it. We're like, okay, are you serious? Like, but the normies are waking up at this point.
Well, that's it. And that's
the normies are finally getting it.
I know. And it's a frustrating road because it's like, how long am I going to live? It's like, it's been 20, 25 years to where I've already known about this stuff.
Mhm.
And now finally, when people going to wake up?
Yeah.
But then you walk down the street, you look outside there, and you're like, it's going to take a while, but it's happening. That's a good thing. It's a slow process. I mean, it has to happen that way. Otherwise, throughout history, it's either you get a great shock and then people change their mindset. Well, that great shock tends to wipe out a lot of people. And so this is almost like the slow roll to where hopefully we can migrate and transition our way through this. But man,
and this is
I
part
get it.
of
It's
the
like
destruction of both sides, though, is what
it should be, though, because they're both corrupt.
That's what they're showing. And in this, when you watch this, at the end, Matt Gaetz rips him, which I guess I could play that first and then play this. I don't know. It's probably a better way to do that, but I don't know. But Matt Gaetz rips into Durham and says, you were actually told to look into the Brennan report, and you didn't show that, what he accuses isn't actually right, and all this stuff. And so
Gaetz let him have it.
Basically says, Durham, you covered up, or you allowed that lie to persist. And he says, well, I wasn't told to look at that, and I wasn't told to look at that. And so what Durham does show, yes, is accurate, but he also shows that all of it's corrupt. So it's like, burn it all down, I don't know. I thought it was excellent.
All right.
Where's the Gaetz thing?
I got a topic when you're ready.
Well, hold on. I'm not done yet.
I know, when you're ready.
Hold on. Because this is part of it where they're going to take both sides down. This is to show America that all of it is broken. It's not going to be, the Republicans are going to come out clean, or that any of it is right.
Right. They're all on the same
It's
team.
all on the same team.
It's a WWE, baby.
Yes.
That's what it is.
And then
it's just one.
We're all
that.
the sucker. We're the dumb dog.
You're the one
in the
out there.
magic show.
Yeah,
exactly. So this is, I'm going to put the microphone up to this so they can hear
Okay.
I don't think that things can go too much further with the view that law enforcement, particularly the FBI, the Department of Justice, runs a two-tiered system of justice. The nation can't stand under those circumstances.
So he says that I don't think that the nation can stand because the DOJ, the FBI specifically, runs a two-tiered system of justice or of government. And I don't think the nation can stand. So, I mean, we're right there. And he's showing, and he's saying it himself. So I don't think the people are going to tolerate it. I think we're done. Let's wrap it up, put a bow on it.
I think I agree. I think we are, I don't even know if I need the microphone, right? I think we are kind of late to the party here in the U.S. because if you look at what's happening around the world, you look at what other countries are doing, they're the ones, this is a crypto meetup. I mean, most of us are here because of crypto. We're here for one reason or another because, crypto has done something, drawn us in. Hey, I want money that I can control. I want sovereignty. I want number go up, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But it is about money, and we choose to use the money. It's up to us. We participate in the magic trick or we don't. And you look at other countries right now, and what are they doing? You look at their actions. They got real stuff, and what are they doing? They're saying, "Hey, I'll take the Chinese yuan. I'll take the Russian ruble. It used to be it's all dollar denominated, and now you're seeing that that is not the case anymore. So I mean, the writing's on the wall is basically what it comes down to. So you pick your exit strategy. That's kind of where we're at right now. It can be crypto, it can be silver, gold, whatever it is. And it's just most of the people in the US, I don't think quite get it. I think most people understand things are wrong. They just don't kind of get why it's wrong and what's broken, but they know it's broken.
Or how bad.
Right, and how bad it is. But that's really bad, man. When other countries are not using the dollar, that's a bad situation to be in. And one day, I mean, if you got things dollar denominated at some point, I mean, are they going to be worth anything? I don't know. But the rest of the world is kind of going their own path. Kind of something to pay attention to. Beth, what can I do?
Now you're gonna get us in trouble.
I'm gonna get
All
banned
the-
because I'm singing again. That's what they
all
do. They
the
ban because
singing,
Westwood
all the
sings. I can't
singing.
even sing. It must have been the musical thing that got me going.
I know. The song, the
And we're going.
musical songs of Westwood. Hey, I brought you a present.
What do you got?
I got, I've been having this at my office. This is the Jim Beam from my from 1965.
1965.
Yes.
Watch me break
It's a
it.
decanter from 1965. It's from one of my estate sale finds. That's for the Westwood Bar.
Hang on. Let's make sure everybody can see it.
Isn't that cool?
And the eagle will fly.
And the eagle will fly.
Cool.
So that's for the Westwood Bar.
Thank you, Litecoin Lisa. It's not a flask. It's not a flask. Come on. What are you doing? Won't fit in my
Yeah.
pocket.
So I've been keeping that at my
Is that an eagle in
my
your pocket?
office so that you could put it in the bar because I thought it was perfect.
Sweet. Thank you so much.
Your like
Yes.
freedom.
Let's got the
Americana
original
bar.
stamp on it
Yeah.
still. The liquor.
I didn't
tag.
even drink it all by myself.
You did. You had help.
Mhm. No, it was empty when I got it,
Was
but
empty. All right.
yeah.
Cool. No, thank you so much. I'll put that in the bar.
yeah,
I know. Look at that.
a
It's got
gift
the
for you.
stamp. Very nice. Thank you,
Mhm.
Lisa. I will
Yes.
try not to break this. And my wife take it home.
She's like,
Can
I
you
don't want to
take
be
this and
responsible.
get this
for
out of
that."
here.
Oh,
What's
man.
everybody eating out there?
Hey, what about that call? This was a weekend for Litecoin, right? Wasn't this the weekend you called the Litecoin pump?
Yes, it was.
Where are we?
We're at the Peoria Pizza Works. That's where we're all right. So no, here's you can go back 6 months, 8 months, and what I did is I charted out Litecoin. I'm like, all right. I looked at the halvings. I look at when Litecoin pumps before the prior halvings, and the halving for people who don't know is as Rush said for all of you in Rio Linda. No, the halvings. It's when the reward block, every block of transactions, it gets cut in half, every 4 years with Litecoin, Bitcoin. So that's going to happen in August 2nd or 3rd of this year to where now it's 12.5 Litecoin per block as a reward. It's going to be 6.25. And so I look back at the prior ones and the number I came up with was historically 44 days to 48 days before the halving is when Litecoin has a pump.
Oh, to 48.
Yeah.
So we still have.
There's a range. And so I looked at it and I'm like, all right, okay, it went like 6 times on average. It's prior low. And I'm like, the prior low in this last cycle last year was like $45, so take 45 times 6, so I came up with a number $240. So I've been saying right now, this is the window where I put June 17th to the 21st. I said, Litecoin's going to pump and it's going to go to $240. Well, it did pump. That's not $240. But you did see the energy kind of come in. And it was really interesting because the summer solstice was the 21st, a couple of days ago, longest day of the year. And I don't know, there's just something about the energy. You got all that solar energy that's just hitting the earth. The next day, the little black bugs start coming out. And I start seeing different creatures like evolving out, and crawling around. So I don't know. It's just really strange. Then you see the crypto market start pumping. I mean, the people that are running things, they look at these moments, these time frames. I mean, they're into all of these, whatever you want to call it. You might not be into it, might not believe in it, but they do. I mean, the sun cycles, the moon cycles.
Something there.
Yeah, there is something there. And to deny it, I can't explain it. And why did I put this time frame that, we would see a nice pump in crypto and Litecoin specifically? I don't know. I just kind of did the research, but it did happen. Did it happen on the dollar value? No. But does it really?
Jim likes my t-shirt.
Awesome. Lovely t-shirt. I mean, but ultimately you're in crypto. I think a lot of people are into crypto, not necessarily because of the dollar value, but yeah, I mean, we want to use it as a tool to get free. Yeah, we want to make money, but I think we're in crypto because we kind of look at it and say, man, the existing system, the money that we've been using, the money that they've been creating and printing out into oblivion isn't going to work at some point. It's going to be a problem. And it is a problem. You see the price of everything going up. That's inflation because they create more of it. So it goes into more goods. And so I think, crypto's been that thing that's kind of drawn people together. It's like, well, maybe this is a way out. This is something that, we can do to, escape the vampire casino. All right, everybody drink. I said vampire. That's the first time, or there's a drinking game. Do a shot. But it's,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Crypto is just that thing that, I don't know, it's activated at something in people. It's, all of us come from different, strata of life, different places, and we're here in Peoria, Illinois, 6 hours away, make a drive, don't even stop, got the same coffee that you left with, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. I took a bottle out of my car. I didn't want to stop. It's like that one gal that drove to Florida that one time, but I mean, for whatever reason, you chose to be here, so it comes down to, we choose to use the money. Are we going to continue to choose to use the money that robs us of our energy?
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's our choice, so as long as you keep giving it energy, it's going to keep, taking the energy. That's what a vampire does. It's just like, yeah, keep feeding me. Well, at some point you got to say, I got to stop feeding it. I got to do something different. And crypto is an option to do that. The metals are an option to do that. But I think we need to do that in our everyday life. We just got to look at things of what are we giving power to? What are we giving energy to? And that's, it's up to us individually to change it, because collectively as individuals, we've believed in a myth, a lie, something that's enslaved us. Well, quit believing in it, just break free from it and unplug and do the best you can every day. So, all right, that's it.
Do you have a,
I know. I will. Might have to finish this drink, and get a little inspiration.
do you have a Litecoin address so that Jim can buy you a drink or a pizza or something?
Jim wants to buy me
Jim
something.
wants to buy us
Litecoin address
so he can buy us a drink or
something. Okay, yeah.
that's so nice.
Hold up.
Okay. Thanks,
Talk
Jim.
amongst yourselves.
That's so sweet.
While I find that QR code.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I'll give you my address. You want to buy me something?
That's super sweet. Yeah, the whole freedom thing with Litecoin. I was talking with Moto King just a little bit before, and we were talking about some of the frustration. We all are really passionate about the freedom aspect of this, and we might have to pull back or
Hang on
or something. But trying to it's hardest to be a prophet in your own hometown, talking to the people closest to you about it. He said left or right, tipping it. I don't know.
Yeah, we got a glare.
I don't know. Anyway, but also just getting money, your value in your own possession, and really having that understanding of, starting with gold and silver maybe, and getting people to start with that so that they understand, moving that around, having that in your own possession, and then working with crypto. And it's almost hardest with the people closest to you, but then it seems like, you can really reach people around you and try to get that freedom market. Did you get that sent? Sorry, I'm so distracted.
I'm still working on it. I know, I'm a distraction.
You are a distraction.
I know.
Just DM the regular.
That's what I'm doing. Doing that.
Maybe we should invite some of our friends up here.
Yeah. Who's here?
Why don't we get Moto King to come up here since I was just talking about him because I'm now all distracted with. Oh, he's not coming up. Never mind.
No. No.
Hold on a sec. Where's my? Did you get your thing sent?
Sure.
Okay. Let me go
Almost.
back to.
We got dead air. Come on, man.
Sorry, hold on. I'm distracted with the.
No, it's all
I'm
good.
moving too many things around at once.
All right, there we go. I sent it in there.
Okay.
Cool. Talk. What's the Litecoin price right now? I'm just curious.
92.
92?
$92.
Hey, it is pumping, baby.
I just spent some.
I mean, seriously, what was it like just-
$92.
just earlier this week before the Westwood window opened?
So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah. this earlier.
Yeah, it just keeps moving. Are we going to see $100 Litecoin this weekend? That'd be pretty cool. Back to the 3 digits. Let's see it back in 3 digits. About time.
Yeah.
No, that'd be pretty sweet. Let me look at.
Mhm.
Is this touchscreen?
No.
Okay, I just want to look at the.
What are you trying to look at?
Right there. No, I was just looking at the Bitcoin to Litecoin ratio because
Oh.
that's important because Bitcoin is that leader. And yeah, it's gained on the Bitcoin ratio too. So it's actually outperforming Bitcoin right now, which is pretty cool. All right. Maybe I will be right. We'll see. I don't know. I'll be 140 at this point. Now, the thing is, long term, I don't even worry about it. I really don't. You know, a lot of people worry about it, but when you look at the math, I mean, I look at the math of things. You know, you've got a dollar that's infinite. It's not even a dollar. It's a Federal Reserve note, which reminds me of what I was going to bring up earlier.
Okay.
Federal Reserve note. You see this submarine thing going on?
Yes.
This whole thing,
Mhm.
you know, the people that are on it, you know, going to look at the Titanic and I mean, all the symbolism and what they're connected with. And you look at the Titanic and what that whole story was, the people who were on it, what they didn't like that was going to happen at the time with the whole Federal Reserve system that came into place. But that's what started it all. I mean, that's all they want to do. They just want to collectively control you. And that's why I call it a vampire casino, because that's all it is. They want to be able to issue the poker chips. When you're locked into it and you got to use their poker chips, you know, you got, okay, I got $1 million in stack of chips, man. I'm going to walk out the door. Where are you going to spend them? Got to go back into the casino and play that game. Otherwise, you know, you come to Westwood and like, dude, look at this black chip. No, you're not. I don't need a freaking thing. You know, you're not going to pay me with that. But if you're in that casino, it has value. I mean, and that's where they want us locked in. We're playing in the biggest casino in history, this whole Federal Reserve thing, and it's controlled everything. You look at 2008, the trillions they created, the trillions that they funded other central banks with that really isn't documented. I mean, trillions of dollars. And I see that control weakening, which I think is a good thing. And that's, you know, with the BRICS nations and with the other nations, I mean, I see it losing, but the problem is, man, we got to be prepared in the US. We got to start realizing that, you know, that dollar, basing everything, all your value in that dollar, I mean, overnight it can implode. I mean, it's happened before. I mean, you just look at history. I mean, at some point, you know, maybe you wake up and it's gone. They replace it with a digital system, you know.
So
CBDC,
on the
programmable money, yeah, programmatic money.
On the Titanic
Then
thing.
Westwood can't buy any more cigars because he's met his quota for the month. Is it? Did you buy the light? Wow.
Digibyte to Litecoin.
Yeah,
13,000 to 1 on
man,
Digibyte to
that is-
Litecoin. On the Titanic thing, I thought it was really interesting where people are, you know, they brought this, that happened right when the Fed was being set up, the Titanic.
It was like right before.
And they were basically leading a bunch of the most wealthy families to their death so that they could then set up the Federal Reserve with the most evil families. And right now that story is happening. Supposedly there's some billionaires that bought tickets to go on this expedition to go look at the Titanic remains, and it imploded, and that's bringing all this, you know, news story around, and it's causing a lot of people to look into that old story again. And an education maybe surrounding, wait, how was the Fed set up? What really happened on the Titanic? At the same time, there is a story that's out about JP Morgan was just fined by the SEC for mistakenly, it was a mistake, they're very sorry, deleting 47 million emails having to do with the Epstein emails and market manipulation.
Yeah, okay. That whole thing. That ticks me off.
I know.
All right.
There you go. I just had to get him started.
Yeah, I know. Get me fired up. The rumor was, and I don't think it went through, but the speculation was through a leaked, source that JP Morgan is going to get out of, going to settle with the people who were damaged by Epstein for $290 million. I mean, that was the number that was thrown out there. I mean, think about it though. Okay, yeah, I got hurt, something happened to me and somebody,
Violated me.
Yeah, does whatever they want with you, but then you get $10 million. A lot of people are like, all right, I'm moving on. I'll take the $10 million. And see, that's what they do. That's how they don't face justice. They just make a deal. Okay, sign your non-disclosure agreement. Here's your $10 million each. And we go on and not our fault. The thing is, though, that money is just created out of nothing. I mean,
Yes.
It really has no value. So nobody
If you're
gets
the
justice.
guy who created the
nobody.
Monopoly game.
Right, exactly. You're the guy, right? The JP Morgan on the Monopoly board. I mean, and so there's no justice at all. And as long as that continues, I mean, nothing changes. But I mean, what's $290 million to them? Nothing. I mean, you see all these other banks, obviously money laundering, drug money, they've gotten fined for it. I don't know which bank it was. I don't know, it was SHBC or something. But anyway, they're constantly getting slapped for doing this stuff. But then you think, all right, you put your money in there and they can loan it out 9 times. They create it out of nothing and then make interest on it. I mean, you're just getting scammed, man. And then they loan out some more and pay off the $290 million. There's just no accountability. And it's just, at some point, you gotta quit playing and quit feeding it because it's just all a fiction. And I don't know, just gotta see through it. Anyway, preaching to the choir. I'm so glad everybody's here. Enjoying your company.
Yes.
Love it. The Peoria Pizza Works has allowed us to be here and just to have a good time. Order up, get your drinks, tip your waitress, and the lovely Litecoin Lisa's got something to say, right?
Yeah. I wanted to show and share the wall of fame at the Westwood Bar. I thought it was really sweet that at the Team Mighty event earlier this year, you got the Nana picture.
Yes.
And I thought that was really sweet. And
that was donated by the one and only winner of the Nana picture.
Who won that?
He's sitting over here.
Mitchie?
Paulie P.
Paulie
P's the one that won that picture, and
that's so sweet.
yeah, and he wanted to put that on the wall.
And he brought that to the Westwood Bar. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
So Nana is now
immortalized
and at the bar. So she's always with us in spirit. I thought
always
that was sweet.
It looks so real.
It does.
I mean, it really
very
does.
cool.
It's like those eyes, in the haunted houses. They're always looking at you wherever you go.
Yeah, she has beautiful blue eyes. So I wanted to share that. And it's one of those things, the being with Westwood and at the Westwood fam and the bar and all the crews, really special. If you can come to a meetup, that's the best. So everybody should make an effort to do that.
Yep. Meet some good people.
Meet some good people.
Really do.
What else has been some good stuff? I don't know. The Durham thing was probably my favorite thing this week. The finance, there were so many hearings this week. There's, I've been pushing the Sound of Freedom movies coming out. The Mel Gibson.
Is that on the 4th?
July
Independence
4th.
Day?
It's actually the 3rd, 4th, and 5th at most theaters around.
Okay, so it is a theater release, not a.
Yeah, they're having it in almost every movie theater across the nation.
Wow.
The 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And I think that's going to be huge for America and release a lot of truths. And with that, Jenny Moonstone talked about seeing, and she did some cards with Bix on his private road, that would be the release of silver, that when the information came out about the children, that silver would run at that same time. And I'm seeing, with us seeing this stuff about the emails with JP Morgan and the SEC. They are the largest derivative holder of silver.
Right.
And what Bix has been reporting with all of that, and then this stuff with the mint, I don't know. I could see it all kind of pop at the same time. We're also seeing all this stuff with the Indian nations getting their sovereignty. Another McGirt case came through, and I still don't understand all of that, but they're trying to kind of get the Indians' rights straightened out with all that kind of stuff. I don't know how that's going to play out, but I'm sure it's a thing. This was the other part, the Washington Generals. When during the Durham hearing, he said, Matt Gaetz, when he was yelling at Durham, they're talking, and he says something about, do you know who the Washington Generals? The Washington Generals are this group that plays basketball with the, who are the famous basketball?
The Harlem Globetrotters.
The Harlem Globetrotters. So the Washington Generals are the guys that always lose. They get paid to lose.
Yeah, they get paid to lose.
Well, Durham, he kind of makes this little, oh, I thought you were talking about someone else. I think he's talking about the dirty military, like the military industrial complex.
Oh.
When you listen to this. And so I think they're saying it out loud in Congress, like the dirty truth. It's really interesting. I'm going to play it. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear it, but.
Well, where's your speaker come out here?
I think it's on the sides, right?
Play it.
See if I can.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Biggs. You've given us testimony today that you're disappointed that the FBI didn't cooperate, right? That was your testimony. Yeah, so we're disappointed too, but the difference is when regular folks do things that are wrong and unlawful, there's typically greater effort to try to get those people before a grand jury to utilize criminal process where appropriate, not for other purposes. And it's just like, oh, well, Bill Priestep, the guy who might have set this whole op in motion, he just didn't want to talk to you about certain things, and you were real accommodating of that. And then Mifsud, the person who juices Papadopoulos to create this predicate that you find improper. You guys, I mean, did you ever know who his lawyer was, Mifsud's lawyer?
Talked to his lawyer in Europe. I don't know if
so wait, you could find the guy's lawyer, but you couldn't find him?
We contacted somebody that we knew had represented him in a part of the effort to try to locate him.
And you got the lawyer. And then now you're sitting here in front of the judiciary saying you could find the guy's lawyer, but you couldn't effectuate the service of a subpoena because you couldn't find him?
Well, first of all,
silly that sounds?
as you may or may not know, we wouldn't have the authority to serve a subpoena overseas. The lawyer didn't know where Mifsud was. He was in communication with him, but he claimed not to know where he was. And we were trying to arrange an opportunity to talk to Mifsud.
Did you take possession of 2 BlackBerry phones from Mifsud in any way?
There were phones that were provided to us by
so you could find the
Mifsud's
phones
lawyer.
with the guy.
Correct?
Do you see how silly this looks? Like you found the lawyer, you found the phones, but the actual dude who got ordered by Western intelligence to go start this thing you couldn't find? It's kind of laughable. It seems like more than disappointment. It seems like you weren't really trying to expose the true core of the corruption. That you were trying to go at it another way.
Yeah. As we said in the report, and as I said in my opening remarks, we pursued the facts as best we could.
Well, how about this
tools
fact?
that we have?
Okay, how about this fact, Mr. Durham? The entire Mueller team does a hard reset on their Apple phone in synchronization to wipe away evidence. Did you investigate that?
I've read that.
Why did you investigate it? Who gave the order on the Mueller team to wipe the phones?
Yeah, that was not something that we were asked to look at, and we didn't.
No, that's not true, Mr. Durham. That is not true because I'm holding a document that authorizes your activity, and it specifically says the investigation of Special Counsel Robert Mueller. It's in Mr. Chairman, I seek unanimous consent to enter into the record the order that says that you're supposed to investigate these things. And so, like, whether it's the Mueller team, Mifsud, how about Azra Turk? Azra Turk, what's Azra Turk's real name? Do you know that?
I'm not going to be disclosing the names of FBI personnel that are otherwise unavailable.
But an FBI, so the FBI sent somebody to go honeypot George Papadopoulos. Who gave the order to do that?
think that's beyond the scope of what's in the report.
It's literally the scope of what your charging order is. Who put it in motion? We get after it was put in motion, the FBI did a bunch of wrong and corrupt things. Totally understand. We're trying to deal with that. But when you are part of the cover-up, Mr. Durham, then it makes our job harder.
Yeah, well, if that's your thought, I mean, there's no way of dissuading you from that. I can tell you that it's offensive and that the people who worked on this investigation have spent their lives trying to protect the people in this country and pursue within the law what it is that we are authorized to do.
You tried 2 cases, lost both of them, and then the one guilty plea you got, Kleinsmith is back to practicing law in Washington, D.C. today.
That's beyond my control.
Right, but the fact that you allowed that plea to occur, right, and then the punishment was insufficient. The fact that you didn't charge Andrew McCabe, you didn't convict the lying Democrats or the lying Russians, you didn't investigate Mifsud or the Mueller probe, even though, as we sit here today in black letter, that was your charge. Have you ever heard of the Washington Generals?
The Washington Generals, yes.
Yeah.
And they're the team that basically gets paid to show up and lose, right?
Well, I'm sure that the players who exert blood, sweat, and tears don't view it that way, but you might.
I think they do. I think they do because the job of the Washington Generals is to show up every night and to play the Harlem Globetrotters. And their job
I'm
is
thinking,
to
I'm
lose.
sorry, I was thinking of a different thing.
Yeah. So their job is to lose. And I'm kind of wondering, and it just seems so facially obvious that it's not what's in your report that's telling.
You might have been
It's the
thinking of-
omission. It's the lack of work you did. And for the people like the chairman who put trust in you, I think you let them down. I think you let the country down. And you are one of the barriers to the true accountability that we need.
Do I get to respond to that or comment on that? Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've ever investigated a crime.
I don't know that you have. You didn't investigate these, Mr. Durham.
Whether or
How about
not,
Andy McCabe? Did you charge him? Did you investigate him?
Gentlemen, time has expired. The witness can respond, and then we'll move on to our last.
I don't know, sir, whether or not you've ever had occasion to try to investigate crimes under the rules and regulations and under the Constitution that we're bound by. We can gather evidence in particularly lawful ways. Can't charge people because we might think
It's not just
something.
that
We
you
can
didn't
charge
you didn't
people.
investigate.
Gentlemen's
You didn't
time.
investigate the Mueller team
Gentlemen's
wiping their
time.
phones, and you
Gentlemen's
won't tell
time.
us who gave the orders because you're protecting those people.
Gentleman's time has expired. The gentlelady from Wyoming.
Now, there is a,
You guys probably, you probably couldn't hear that at all.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was the John Durham testimony in front of Congress, and Matt Gaetz was grilling him. It was about
The
5
gentleman
minutes
from
long.
Florida is recognized.
And
Yeah,
the point was, Matt Gaetz is like, why didn't you investigate this stuff? Well, it wasn't in our purview. We weren't tasked with it. And all the legalese that these guys always use to where it's, well, we have to work within a framework, blah, blah, blah. Matt Gaetz calls him out and says, you're like the Washington Generals, essentially. The team that the Harlem Globetrotters beat every night because they're paid to lose. So you're just kind of paid to lose and show up, right? And he took offense to it, but I think we all feel that way, that, got all these investigations, yet you can indict a former president a couple of times. However, when you see other crimes, it just kind of goes by the wayside. We're not going to do anything about it. The system of justice in this country is very upsetting, the way it works. Yeah, FTX. What happened with Sam Bankman-Fried? They dropped a bunch of stuff, didn't they? Yeah. Because he was the front man for a bigger, deeper organization. And that's the thing. When you can create unlimited money, you can be unlimited. You create unlimited corruption. That's all it's about, man. And that's why, we sit here and, oh my gosh, I got to scrape together a little bit and buy a little bit of Litecoin, a little bit of this. I need a couple ounces of silver. We're doing it for a reason. It's just because at least we have something that we can control, because the rest of our lives are out of control, because you got a bunch of vampires running it, just eating you. Every freaking day. And they create all this crap, all this technology, all these things. They put all these front men up. Oh, we're investigating this. We're going to get something done. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, meanwhile, hey, we found another $6 billion that, we didn't send to Ukraine that we can now send. It was an accounting error. Give me a break. At some point, you got to do something to just disconnect and take it away from them, because it's just unbelievably I mean, what, $4 trillion in the latest debt ceiling that they increased? They're going to spend all the money that they need to spend, and then another $4 trillion in the hole.
You cannot count from 1 to 1 trillion in your lifetime.
Right. Good point. Start right now and count to 1 trillion. You going to make it? No. You're going to run out of time. You're going to run out of oxygen, and you're going to be in the ground. I mean, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with unlimited resources, unlimited money. They can do anything they want. So if you think anything's real at this point, it's not real, man. The Matrix is already here and you're living in it. You're a part of it because they control it. They put it out there. Everything's an illusion. Everything's an illusion. Everything. And that's why I always say you got to trust yourself, because ultimately it comes down to, hey, read this book, read that book, go this way, go that way. Man, so you just got to look. You just got to trust yourself. I mean, you got to look inside because you know the truth. You come from something greater. You're not some creation of this. You know, you're better than that. Look inside, find the answers, and go with it. Go with your gut. That's it. That's all you can do. And buy Litecoin. Buy some Litecoin. I mean, the numbers work, man. The Litecoin, 84 million, and you got what, 8 billion people in the world at 0.01 Litecoin. Man, it's crazy. Anyway.
I'm going back to the
I'm not trying to
thing.
get dark. You know, I'm positive, though. I really am. I'm positive because we're all here in the midst of all this corruption, all the money, everything that they've done to dumb us down, to pollute our bodies, everything that they've done to try and destroy us and take us out. And guess what? We find a way to get here. We find a way to keep going. And that's what they hate. That's what they don't.
Even in a bear market.
Even in a bear market, exactly. That's what they hate, though. And they can't kill that spirit of humanity. And that's what we have to maintain. You know, we can't become cyborgs or join the singularity.
Tears don't view it that way, but
all
I think they
their sci-fi BS. No, we just got to be humans, because that's the thing they fear the most.
do. I think they do, because the job of
they
the
don't have. Those vampires cannot relate, and they fear us. They're cardboard cutouts. We don't give them our energy. They don't exist. It's up to us. Make the choice.
So I totally agree with you. I'm on this one thing. What I was saying is on the Washington Generals, he says.
And then I got off on a tangent.
No. I mean, the tangent is always good, and it's always great to talk about Litecoin, because we want that bridge out. We want the bridge out of this sick, corrupt system where they're enslaving us with the money. That we know that that's what's been going on. We know that that's what's happening. But I think it's really interesting where Durham says, he says the Washington Generals, Matt Gaetz says this, and Durham, and he says, do you know what the Washington Generals is? And Durham says, yes. And then Matt Gaetz starts explaining the Washington Generals, and he says, hold on, I'm going to try to play it again.
Washington Generals.
The Washington
is to show
Generals
up every night and to play the Harlem Globetrotters.
First Durham says,
and their job is to lose.
I'm sorry, but
first Durham says their blood, sweat, and tears go into this. And so everyone's thinking they're talking about basketball players. Durham is talking about Washington Generals, the generals that play for Washington, D.C., the dirty generals that play for the deep state, the military industrial complex. And so then Gaetz goes on and says their job is to,
even though, as we sit here today,
every
in
night
black letter, that was your charge.
and play
Right.
for.
well, I'm sure that the players who
Okay, so this Durham says, I'm sure
their
that the
blood,
players
sweat, and tears don't view it
their
that way,
blood,
but
sweat,
you
and
I
might.
think they
Don't
do.
feel that
I think
way.
they do, because the job of the
And
Washington
Gaetz says
Generals
the job of the
is to show up
Washington
every
Generals is
night
to show up every
and to
night,
play the Harlem
play the Harlem
Globetrotters.
Globetrotters.
And their
That's all.
job
I'm
is
saying,
And then Durham interrupts him and he goes, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about something else. So he was not talking about the basketball players.
thinking, I'm
lose.
sorry, of a different, I was thinking of a different thing.
yeah. So their job.
I always thought you were talking about a different thing, is what Durham says.
He's on his own agenda, his own path.
Whoops.
So they are trying to expose stuff with this. I do think This was
Where's
Durham.
that? Where's that buy
Durham,
Bitcoin sign behind them?
You know, and
I
well,
mean, seriously, every time there's a congressional thing, if somebody should show up, buy Bitcoin.
right,
buy
to
Litecoin.
opt out of this.
I mean, seriously.
Well, and think about the emails
That's how we can make a
between
difference.
Warren and the SEC's office before those hearings. We know that these things are all scripted before this Durham had private hearings yesterday, the day before this is all scripted.
Yeah, they probably
Before
already
they
have the
did this
questions,
in the
everything that's going to be
public,
done.
they had private hearings with all these Congress people.
Kind of like the last inauguration.
Everything, it's all scripted. By the time they go public, they've already
Didn't
decided
that happen
what they're going
before
to
the
say.
appointed time, though? Wasn't it early, according to when it was supposed to happen? Didn't the inauguration happen
Yes,
earlier?
actually.
So
yeah.
you think
It wasn't after
it's odd?
noon or whatever
Just
the time
just a little
was supposed
oddity
to
to take note of. I don't know.
be. Yeah. Yeah. But all of these little tiny details are more important than the big fog that they try to throw over us. Anyway, that was what I really wanted to point out in that, because that's where the little lie, like Satan, that's how Satan lies to us, is through,
It's the whisper.
they take, the big truth and lie to you that much with it. And that's how they sneak the lies in on you. Just wanted everybody to catch that.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Talking about something else. Huh.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to slow it down or watch it twice
Absolutely.
just
Yep.
to catch some of those things. But that's where I think the truth is coming out. Wendell did post that there is an announcement that I don't know if this is true or not, but I trust Wendell.
Weird Wendell.
Weird Wendell is a really great guy.
He's an awesome
He
dude.
says, FYI, heads up, there is breaking news as of 4:52 p.m. Eastern time.
It's like an hour ago.
On Friday, there are numerous reports of a military coup d'etat taking place inside of Russia.
Really? Breaking news. Coup d'etat in Russia right now?
I don't know.
Anybody verify that? Anybody fact check that? Hey, somebody go out to coininflation.com and tell me how much a 1964 and before quarter is worth in dollar value if you traded it in. Anybody know? Like if you get a silver quarter, 90% silver, what's the spot right now? I mean, what's the cost or the dollar value?
I didn't want 20 of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just curious. You got the half ones though, didn't you? I'm thinking quarters. I got
Oh, yeah,
purpose.
those were halves.
Is that something I can look up?
Yeah, on coinflation.com, they've got if you go out there, you can look it up and see the silver content, the metallic content of all the coinage in the US and what it's worth in dollar terms right now based on that metal content. 92.
Oh my God, the print is so small. I can't see.
Probably not $22. Well, that's the spot price of silver for an ounce. I'm just thinking the
What am I
quarter,
looking up?
the 1964 quarter. Scroll down a little bit. Okay.
Share this tab instead.
A little bit more up.
What's the price of silver right now? 22.
Okay. Here we go. Where's the quarter? Ah!
Hold on. I'll go back. Hold on.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So the Washington quarter, 25. So $4, a little over $4 right now. This quarter, I've got right here, baby, $4.06. That's what this is worth. Why is it worth that? Why is it worth that? I'll tell you why. Because of that sound. Because it's got silver in it. 1964 and before, the quarters used to have silver in it. So this quarter, if you just stuck it away, put it in a jar somewhere back in 1964 and held on to it, it's not 25 cents. You can spend it for 25 cents. And I guarantee if I take it up at the bar, they're going to say, yeah, that's 25 cents. However, it's $4.06 in silver content right now. So 5 of them is what? 5 times over 20 bucks.
Something.
Yeah, $20, 30 cents. $20 right there. $20 make you holla. Why is this significant? Because in 1964, the minimum wage was $1.25. $1.25 minimum wage an hour. $1.25. What's the minimum wage now? Illinois, it's $13 an hour. All right. Back then, you worked and you could have saved $1.25. Let's say it wasn't a silver quarter. You could have saved it, and right now it's worth $1.25. In Philadelphia, it's worth $50. The trading places, you got the nice watch anyway. But it's We could have saved the money that they say is money, and it's still worth $1.25. And you know it doesn't have the purchasing power in 1960 that it had in 1964. Because go to the bar, what's $1.25 going to get you right now? I don't even know if you can get a well half shot for $1.25 at this point. Yeah. Can I have a lemon and a maraschino cherry, please? But if you had saved the quarters that after 1964 didn't have the silver, but before 1964 had the silver, if you had saved those and held them to this day, you got $20. $20. It preserved your wealth. I mean, it's something that preserves your wealth. Silver preserved your wealth over that time frame. But they took all out of that. They took it all out of the money. They took anything of value out of the money because they don't value you, because all they want to do is rob you, and that's what they've done. So let's front run them. Let's understand that. And let's use their garbage vampire casino money and get things of real value we can have in our possession. Because this, when my daughter holds it up when she's 50 years old, it ain't going to be $20. I guarantee that it's going to be a lot more, because it's going to preserve the energy, the wealth, because it's got something of value in it. So we got to look for those things that are valuable, look for the people who are valuable, seek out all those things that are important, and don't listen to the vampires on the screen. Don't let them tell you and steer you and rob you. Trust yourself, find the things of value, and that's what you got to do. One at a time, we win. All right. Love everybody. Are you?
See.
Huh?
Oh, he might.
Okay. Are you leaving?
Yeah. If you want to ask him.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
No, hey, I want to thank everybody
See
for
if
being
Kent-
here. We're going to have a
Wait.
little raffle.
I wanted to see if Kent wanted to come up and talk about.
Oh, sorry, Kent.
his gifts.
We gotta get a crypto experience up here. Let's have a new
Yes,
crypto
yes.
experience. Here's Kent.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want to pull it because the head will come off.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to grab it. Because it could reach.
Keep watching. Come on up. Hold on. We'll be right back. He's not. Okay. And we are back. Westwood will jump in here with us for a minute. I wanted to tell you thank you so much. You've done a great job interviewing a lot of friends from the community, and you've been a real advocate for the ballet wallet and the Litecoin community. And you brought me a little gift, a ballet hardware wallet, and some more books written by Bobby Lee. And it has an inscription of a picture of Westwood and I on the scooter of it. And it's like an NFT. Can you explain, I guess, a little bit what an inscription is and how this works?
Well, I'm kind of a rookie on inscriptions, but let's just consider it a simple kind of NFT. And I was messing around on the ballet wallet, and I didn't realize how easy it is. So
Yeah, it was super
I've got a pizza wallet here, and so all you got to do is scan that QR code on the outside of the wallet. Now go ahead, folks, and scan that, because all you can do is send me money.
Oh, cool.
So the way you send money is there's a scratch off on the bottom of the wallet, and that's part of your code. And then you peel back the sticker that we're looking at, and there's the rest of the code. So what you have to do is you have to use the Ballet app, put the wallet online. It gives you a facsimile of it. Then you peel back the bottom passwords, and then you also pull back the sticker and do the QR code. Then you can send it, and you go to Forever Inscription, I think it's called.
Okay.
And then when you do that, you can follow the directions and make yourself an NFT. So you can put an image, you can put text, you can even put a little video, I guess, but I don't know how that works. So
Okay.
I've only done pictures. So we put a picture of you and Clint on the motorcycle.
Yeah.
And you can choose the quality of the photo.
Okay.
You can choose how long you want it to go. Well, I tried the low res, and you guys are so fuzzy, it was ridiculous.
Okay.
So I went to the next level
Okay.
up, which is the only one they offered. And then I put on the cheapest inscribing rate, which is supposed to be 24 hours. Well, it's been about 36 or 48 so far. So I think it'll get there. I did one for my wife and I, and it was there in about an hour and a half when I upped the rate. But the more you make it faster and the better resolution, the more you're going to pay on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, it was like, and it seems like a really easy tool. Also, when we talk about, it's all about freedom and having our assets in our own possession, our data. We talk about Web3 is such a buzzword right now, which Web3, I think they'll stop using that. It'll just be the new internet and data. But this is a great way for us to own our own data, have our own, our assets in our own possession. And a great way for us to do this in an easy way to teach people in the future as well. So great job for, once again, Ballet Wallet is kind of leading the way and putting it in people's hands. So thanks for being part of that. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ballet Wallet is unique in the fact that it's hard.
Yeah.
And so as long as you don't lose your wallet, you can't be hacked.
Yeah.
Because it's offline the whole time. You lose your wallet, oops, you're in trouble because unless you write the keys down, but that kind of defeats the purpose of keeping them hidden like that. And by the way, I'm 6'2". You look like you're about 6'4" in this picture.
Well, I'm up on a taller chair.
I was looking at myself and go, why is my head so low? Well, thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Oh,
Thanks.
you bet.
Yeah. So you guys make sure you follow Crypto Experiences with St. Jerome on YouTube. Kent is a great advocate for the crypto space. He's got great interviews, and big shout out to Litecoin Underground. He's got one of the great hats on. So,
Right.
yeah.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right. Take care. We'll get Westwood back up here in just a second. We'll be right back right after this, and we'll wrap it up. Then we are doing some raffles here, and then we're going to be hanging out with the fam here at Peoria Pizza Works. So if you're in the area, you can still get down here and hang out with all of us. It's just going to be a casual night here with the fam. So be right back right after this.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed.
Okay, I lied. Westwood is busy ordering pizza, so it's just me. And I guess I'll wrap it up. I want to say thanks to everybody in the chat. We will, yes, thank you. One of my patrons made this shirt, and I really appreciate it. It was super sweet. I thought that was really nice. So, and like I said, we will be here tonight for quite a while until one of my friends just got here. So, like I said, it's not too late. We'll be here for quite a while this evening. Oh, Westwood is going to come up here for the last little bit.
Back.
Okay,
We're gonna
come
finish
back
it out.
for the last little bit.
I got the glasses on.
Okay.
Trying to read the menu.
It's good. It's good.
That's a pizza.
All right. So, you want to wrap it up, or you want to stay on for a little while longer?
Wrap it up. No, I don't want to stay on too long. I
Talk
bored
about
everybody enough.
freedom.
I can talk about freedom. I can talk about crypto. I can start ranting, but I don't want to do that. I think y'all know the truth, and it just comes down to, if you don't doubt yourself. I mean, you think you need to do something, you got it in your gut, and you kind of know. Now, how many times have you said, man, I knew it. I should have done it. Should have done it. Should have done it. I knew. Just trust yourself and do it. That's all it comes down to. I mean, just go ahead and do it. You know, there's nothing worse than having the ability to do something, you know, wanting to do something and then not doing it. And then looking back and saying that, God, I could have done it, but I didn't do it. Living a life of regret. I mean, that's like the worst thing ever, I think. And it's just like, why would you want to get to that point when you've got the ability to do something and you don't do it? Don't live in regret, man. Just do it. You know, I went to bed at like
Too late.
5:30 this morning. I mean, up all night. Absolute ridiculous, stupid, but it's just like hurting right now. But I got to get here. I want to be here. You know, I want to do this meetup. I wanted to be able to see people and talk to people and, you know, have the opportunity to meet new people who are in cryptocurrency, who are, I mean, just see things differently, you know, trust themselves. I mean, you know, and that's really what you got to do. Ultimately, you just got to trust yourself and sell your fiat for Litecoin, right? Exit the vampire casino. I mean, you know, I say that, you know, it's true. I mean, it really is. And the thing is, they really are vampires. If you know what a vampire is, the things they really, really do, that's what they are. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. Love you all. Thanks for being in the chat, everybody. Come to a meetup and just hang out with good people, because right now we're going to get some pizza, we're going to get some drinks, we're going to have a good time. All right. Love you all. What?
One last thing to say.
One last thing from the lovely Litecoin Lisa. Here it goes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I also want to thank everybody that came and that made an effort to join us here today. I appreciate you all so much. Mr. Durham made my week this week. I really stressed for everybody to make an effort and listen to it and listen carefully to his words. One of the things that he said when this little weasel was trying to attack him and threaten him in the hearing, this Cohen guy was threatening him, and he said that my concern for my reputation with the people I respect is my family and my Lord. And whoops. Okay, my concern for my reputation is with the people that I respect, my family and my Lord, and I'm perfectly comfortable with my reputation with them, sir. And that was the end. And that's who I worry about, is my family, my Lord, and you guys are my family. And that's what I worry about, is our crypto fam. And that's what's going to get us through it. We know that this bear market is about over, because the truth is coming out, and the bull market's going to come, and it's going to flood with people. And we need to remember who's here now, because these are the people that are about the truth. And so I'm grateful for all of you that are here now with us. So that's what matters to me.
It's the people. We make the difference. We give power to everything. We value art. We value money. We value pizza. We value gin and tonic. We value anything we want. We give it value.
We love our waitress.
We love Beth,
Yes,
our waitress.
thank you, Beth.
Yay, Beth. Tip Beth. Give her, pay her for doing the job, the great job she's doing.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's it. Give value to those things that should have value, not the things that shouldn't have value. No, it's fine. They can hear me. I can get loud enough. But, that's what it comes down to. You make a choice individually. The energy that you put out there, put it in the things that are good and not the things that are sketch, not the things that are bad. Put it in the things that are real.
Amen. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us on Happy Hour.
Trust yourselves.
Peace.